Yo, here we are again. It's Monday. Um, at this point, like I said, I'm just going to try to use this forum some and see if we can slowly make a better path for our society. So today's topic: watch your mouth. I guess I've been talking about this for, years, but I guess talk can be cheap if you're only talking to the small amount of people that you regularly hang out with, right? Family and friends. There's a couple different entities though that I want to go down with watch your mouth. One, so our society kind of follows each other. It's how it works. And when we start to move a narrative of negativity, of meanness, a lack of kindness, name calling, um, all of those unpleasant, nasty, confrontational type of things. I don't know, adjectives. It just reminds me of the good old. I don't know if that's not the golden rule. The golden rule is do unto others as you wish done unto you. So this will be some sort of interesting adaptation of the golden rule, but still something we've all heard before, which is if you don't have anything nice to say, then just don't say anything at all. And again, I can talk about this in a small environment, amongst your family, amongst your friends, amongst the community you live in, amongst the state you live in, amongst the country we live in. But I do think it's a pretty big challenge when people that we the people, so elected officials that we the people voted in to their offices, many different offices, many different varieties, different flavors, and they use words against each other or at each other that we wouldn't let first graders use. Okay. But the reason we don't let first graders use them is because we want those first graders, kindergartners, second graders, elementary students, middle school students, we want them to develop better human personal interrelationship skills. But name calling and finger pointing, it's the polar opposite of you know so my point is that if it's you as an individual or if it's an elected official that you help nominate, um, if we don't like how they're treating each other, how they're talking to each other, how they're interacting with each other, the words they're choosing, the phrases and negative adjectives that they're putting at each other, we have to stop it. Okay. So, government, most of us have the wrong understanding that it goes from the top down. No, man, this is the United States of America. Government goes from we the people up. And if we demand better and treat each other better and with kindness and appropriation and manners and respect, then that line follows up. And there's a couple of different other things that are on the same path here, which is elected officials, but again, mankind as a whole. But again, mostly elected officials. I mean, let's just do one step at a time. One step at a time. Elected officials don't call each other names. I mean, you people are adults with a pretty high position in our world. Name calling, you're better than the 5-year old. I mean, I know it. I know that you have the intrinsic strength and goodwill spirit to be better than the 5-year old. You can say things like, I don't agree. That's not the position I support. We can agree to disagree. Mature things like that without just slanging out a whole bunch of dirty words, which then become somewhat accepted throughout society. So then we all just start going around slanging dirty words and not being kind, not being polite. And I feel like social media is the platform, right? It's the Twitter, it's the Facebook, it's the Instagram, um, Parler, any other thing I've read about in the last few weeks where, you just go in there and you say whatever you want to say and be as mean as you want to be. Why do you want to be mean in the first place? I mean, kind of wrap your mind around that. Don't be mean. Meanness is not a strength. Meanness is a weakness. Um, you could just support your position with facts or disagreeing, but not just blatantly being rude and mean. Just an idea. And it kind of keeps me spinning, kind of keeps me going. Political ads and advertisements. I don't think most people wonder how or why the country has fostered so much subconscious hate and disagreement. If you watched any of those political ads for months and months and months and months and months and months, they're quite nasty. Here's another great idea. How about political ads only feature facts and optimism? You can only say nice things about yourself. You can point out facts that you have done, but you shouldn't just go around spewing negativity. That negativity grows, it festers, it grows, it festers, and we end up with a bunch of negativity. And watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I think that rule of thumb, if I go back in time, 20, 30 years ago, if you were going to send an email, I think the rule of thumb was if you wouldn't say it to your mama, then don't hit send. I think that's the same rule that should apply these days in the broadest of communication amongst we, the American citizens. Look, we don't all have to get along. We don't all have to like each other, but we could all be civil. And that might just start with something as simple as watching your mouth, choosing to not be rude and mean. And it comes from all the different angles. Okay. Because if we start just finger pointing and saying, hey, Samuel, you're wrong, these people or those people, now we're still sort of moving the funky narrative. Okay. So watch your mouth. Watch your mouth when you're playing with your cellular device, your gadget, your smartphone, whatever you want to call your pocket toy. Okay. Watch your mouth. Treat each other with kindness and respect, as in that you were about to send that email to your mother. On the political ads and campaigns, we the people need to start to have the politicians understand that the and misery and name calling and just all out cruelty, we're just not going to stand for it. We're going to expect for you to be a better person. Use bigger words. Be kind even when not being treated kind. That's the sign, or that's a sign of a leader. So continue to watch your mouth. If somebody calls you a name and you don't like it, but in return, you call them a name, that's two wrongs don't make a right. Okay? So hopefully you'll walk away with something from this. Again, I'm trying to just push the capacity of how we think, how we process things, our need or desire to be right or to be wrong. How about we just grow and we learn and we don't even have to have a rank and file of better, first, loser. I'm just ideas, just platforms, ideas, communication. Look, it's all coming to you about as live and authentic as my heart will allow it. And I'm going to continuously do my best to keep this momentum, this narrative positive, because I firmly believe in my heart of hearts that if we do positive, act positive, give positive, reciprocate positive, and shun the negativity, shun the cruelty, the meanness, the finger pointing, the dirty words, that we can make a fundamentally amazing difference. And look, I'm out. Okay, Samuel Clemens. See you next time. Thanks.